Hi everyone, my name is Lee Wang, and I'm going to talk about rebox2.el. It's a package built on top of rebox.el, which was written by Francois Pinard back in the early 2000s, and it's a really useful package for creating and uncreating boxes, boxing and unboxing, so to speak. It worked reasonably well in most cases, and there were some corner cases where it didn't do exactly as it should, and I started hacking the code to fix those corner cases. And eventually, I've made so many changes, I decided to just make it into a proper minor mode, and that's how we arrive at rebox2.el. All the styles and the core boxing unboxing logic is pretty much from rebox.el. So all credit should go to Francois Pinard. He wrote a great package. Should be useful for a long time to come. So rebox2.el, the basic installation is just 3 lines, really simple. You can just require the package and do 2 global keybinds. And I'm just going to eval the region right here. Oh, by the way, all the commands that I type you'll see on the bottom left window, so that you can follow along with what I'm doing. And eval region, and that's pretty much if you want the minimum set of features that's installed. Let's box some stuff. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to use the source code of rebox2 to show you what the basic boxing operations are like. So in this comment section, I'm going to do meta queue, which will fill the comment section as a comment in the first invocation, and on the next invocation, it's going to create the box. So fill, and then create box. Now, when it did the fill, it destroyed all the formatting, so this is probably not the version of the function we want to invoke. So we undo toys, and instead of doing meta queue, we do shift meta queue, and that creates a box around the region like we wanted, and it preserved the formatting. And to remove the box, instead, let's say we just open the file, we don't have the benefit of undo. To remove the box, we would just do meta minus as a prefix, and shift meta queue, and it's going to unbox it to a style that you can customize. And if you notice, both the boxing and unboxing style I've used has single width comment borders. That is the rebox2 default. You can change that. I'll show you how in a little bit. Also take note that all comment sections, all contiguous comment sections are considered boxes. Contiguous whole line comment sections are considered boxes. So this is actually a box, and that's why Rebox was able to modify it as a box. To use the more advanced features of rebox2, you need to activate the rebox minor mode. You can do that by just meta x rebox mode. I'm going to talk about the minor mode more in a bit, but right now I'm going to activate it for the video agenda org buffer and talk about customizing the default styles. So I talked earlier that the default style is a single width comment character for boxes as well as comments. That's a problem for Emacs lists because single width boxes get indented quite far, whereas the double width version don't move anywhere. So we actually want the default to be the double width version. We can do that by actually perusing the rebox2 source code and finding the appropriate styles. So we can see the single width is comment is 11 and the single width box is 15, and the double width is 21 and 25 respectively. And we can just set the rebox defaults in the major mode hook of Emacs list mode, like so. So I've actually set the default box style to be 525 and unbox style to be 521. The 500 simply says that the comment character is going to be a semicolon. But you don't really need the 500. You can just do 25 and 21, and rebox2 will look at the major mode comment start every time it does any boxing and unboxing, so it should find that out anyways. And for the text mode hook, I've set the default style to be 123, which is quite nice looking. It's this current box that everything is in, as well as up here. And the unbox style to be 111, and that's just no box. We can look at these styles right here. 111 is no boxes, and 123 is this box style right here. So you can add these hooks to your Emacs.el. I'm just going to evaluate it in a scratch buffer. We need to re-enter the mode to run the hooks, and as you can see here, rebox is enabled now for the source code buffer, and we want to run the hook in this buffer as well because we've changed the default styles. So work mode, and if we look at default style, it should be 123 exactly. Okay, now we can go back and fix our comment by just doing meta minus, the minus prefix, and shift meta q, and that'll see, since the default unbox style has changed, it's just gonna fix that right up for us. And if we do shift meta q again, it's going to do the double wide box, and there. Now the minor mode has some additional features. I'm going to talk about those now. So boxes are auto-filled automatically in the minor mode. So for example, let's use this box right here. If we just start editing some text here, it's going to get filled automatically. And you notice that because there's a lot of spaces before the first line, it's using adaptive fill, either adaptive fill mode or fill adapt, it's going to actually automatically fill the subsequent lines to that space. So if we actually just kill this, if we actually start typing from the beginning, it gets filled very nicely, as you would expect. So that's filling, and I'll talk about fill adapt later on. The motion, I already used this once, but if you do Control A, it's going to go to the beginning of the text within the box once, and the next time it's going to go to the beginning of the box, or the beginning of the physical line. So it's going to switch between the two, and Control E does the same thing. And Shift Return creates a new line in the box. So if I'm at the end, I just do Shift Return, and it creates a new line, and it does the indenting according to fill adapt, which we actually don't want. So we just do Control A, it moves the point. I've already shown you the kill yank once for this. So if you select text in the box, multi-line text in the box, and kill it, and when you yank it, you don't see the box borders because the rebox version of the kill and yank functions copies text without the boxes. I've already done that in Scratch Buffer, so I'm not going to show you again. And we can move the boxes by going to the left border and pressing space. It's going to move the whole box. And backspace is going to move it to the left. And here we can do the same thing. We can reposition box really easily, and since we are in the left border, we can also press Meta C, and that's gonna center the box for us. And so everything I've shown you with boxes also works seamlessly with comments, so it just works the same way. So since comments are boxes themselves, so if I go to the end of a comment line and just start typing, it's gonna fill it automatically. So autofill is always enabled for comment. I forgot to demo pasting into a box, so if you just select a bunch of text, copy it, and go to move your point inside a box, and you can paste it, and it would just paste the text. Again, when we copy the text here, we copy without the left border, and when we paste into the box. So everything just works pretty much seamlessly. I mentioned fill adapt earlier. Emacs come by default with adaptive fill, which doesn't work as consistently as fill adapt, I find. So I like to use fill adapt along with rebox2, and we can do that by just and if we go to a line, let's say we have one, so it's gonna fill a little. Text is gonna get filled a little better, in my opinion. And if we have something like a bullet, it's also gonna get filled really nicely automatically. And this all works if you're adding a comment as well. Everything just fills nicely. You can also specify any arbitrary style to do the boxing by passing a prefix argument to the do what I mean functions, as well as rebox region, rebox comment, and the argument is the style itself. To give you an example, let's say I want to make this box a box quote style. We need to find the box quote style by going through the source and okay, box quote style right here. It looks like that. So we do meta 126 shift meta q, and that's a box quote style. We also have a box quote style where the line top and bottom borders extend all the way across, so that's 127. So we can do meta 127 shift meta q, or if you want to see what 125 looks like, meta 125 shift meta q. And the same thing works for comments. So let's say we want to make this comment box box quote style, so meta 126 shift meta q. Whoop. See, 126 is 3-digit box style specification, and it's only for text mode. It doesn't have a comment character defined, and we didn't want that, so we just want 26 meta 26 shift meta q, and that's the commented box quote style. The reboxing default styles work reasonably well with most programming modes. For example, C-Pro mode. And we have to activate it interactively since we don't have a mode hook set up. Comments get filled as you would expect. Everything works. We can move the whole comment over left and right. We can fill the comment, refill the comment, and we can change this style. For example, this is 400 series, so 425 meta 425 shift meta q should give us a double wide boxing style. But if we do the default shift meta q, it should just do the single wide. That's rebox2, guys. Thanks for your time, and I hope it's useful for you. Later.